Welcome to The Explainer. Just so you know, this is part of our Blueprint program, where we really get into the fundamentals of engineering. If you want to see how this all fits together, you can check out the full curriculum right on our channel. All right, let's dive in. So, have you ever really thought about that? Why is it that you can bend a copper wire pretty easily, but an iron beam can hold up a massive bridge? Well, the secret isn't just about what the atoms are, it's all about how they're arranged. To really get a grip on the world we see and touch, we've got to zoom way, way in. I'm talking microscopic. The secret's to a material's strength, its flexibility, all of it. It's hidden in this invisible architecture called the atomic lattice. You see, atoms in a solid aren't just some chaotic jumble. No, they bond together in these incredibly precise, repeating patterns. This amazing order is what we call a crystal lattice, and it's basically the fundamental blueprint for the entire material. This whole field of study is known as crystallography. So what exactly is a crystal lattice? Well, imagine a giant, infinitely repeating 3D scaffold. Think about a single grain of table salt. Inside, you have sodium and chloride ions locked into this perfect alternating cube pattern that just goes on and on. That repeating pattern, that's the crystal lattice. Okay, so if the whole lattice is this massive scaffold, the unit cell is the single smallest building block. It's kind of like a floor covered in identical tiles. The unit cell is just one of those tiles. If you take that one tile and repeat it in every direction, up, down, left, right, you build the entire crystal. Now, while there are a bunch of different shapes these unit cells can take, we're going to focus on three of the most important ones in engineering, the cubic structures. And why these three? Because simple cubic, body-centered cubic, and face-centered cubic are what determine the properties of so many of the common metals we use every day. First on the list is simple cubic, or SC for short. It's pretty much the most basic arrangement you can imagine. You've just got one atom at each of the 8 corners of a cube. And that's it. Super clean, super simple. But that simplicity, it comes with a pretty big catch. Its packing efficiency is only 52%. That means almost half the space inside that cube is just empty. All that wasted space makes for a really weak structure, which is exactly why you almost never find it in nature. Next up, we have the body-centered cubic structure, or BCC. This one takes the same 8 corner atoms from the simple cubic, but then it adds one really important atom right smack in the center of the cube. And believe it or not, adding that one single atom in the middle, it changes everything. The packing efficiency jumps all the way up to 68%. This denser arrangement gives it a whole lot more strength. It's really no surprise that tough, strong metals like iron, tungsten, and chromium all have this BCC structure. And finally, we've got the face-centered cubic, or FCC. Just like the others, it starts with atoms at the 8 corners, but this time it adds an extra atom to the center of each of the cube's 6 faces. Now, this setup is incredibly efficient. The FCC structure hits a packing efficiency of 74%, which is actually the densest possible way you can pack spheres of the same size. There is almost no wasted space at all. And all that super tight packing leads to a really unique set of properties. Materials with an FCC structure, we're talking about things like gold, aluminum, and copper, are highly ductile and malleable. That just means they can be easily drawn into thin wires or hammered into sheets without breaking. Hey, just a quick pause here. If you're finding this blueprint for materials valuable, do us a favor and take a moment to like this explainer and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep breaking down complex topics just like this one. Okay, so we've seen the atomic blueprints, the FC, BCC, and FCC. Now let's connect all this back to our original question. How does packing translate to performance? Why does it make one metal super strong and another one soft? Well, this table really lays it all out. You've got simple cubic with the lowest packing, making it weak, then body-centered cubic in the middle, giving it high strength, and finally, face-centered cubic with the highest packing, which leads to high ductility. The pattern is crystal clear. The invisible arrangement of atoms directly controls the properties we see and feel. But why? What's actually going on here? Well, it all comes down to how easily layers of atoms can slip past each other. In a densely packed FCC structure, you have these smooth, flat planes of atoms. They can just slide over each other with ease, almost like a deck of cards. That's what we call ductility. But in a BCC structure, those layers are more jagged, more interlocked. They resist sliding. And that resistance to slipping is exactly what gives a material its strength. So we've really focused in on these cubic structures, and that's mainly because they're so incredibly common in the metals we use. But it's really important to realize that this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the world of crystallography. You see, the three cubic structures that we've covered today, they're just the beginning. As it turns out, there are 14 and only 14 fundamental ways that atoms can be arranged in a three-dimensional lattice. So while we've really gotten a handle on the three cubic structures today, just remember that there are 11 other fundamental patterns out there. Together, these 14 structures are known as the Bravais lattices, and they form the complete atomic blueprint for every single crystalline solid. So what kind of properties might those other 11 structures unlock? Well, that sounds like a question for another explainer.